Okay, so hello, lovelies, and yes, I'm gonna try to do. I think it's called a premiere, which means I think that I videotape and then I put it on, and then we can live chat. I think that's how it is. I know Lulu's Treasure Trove does it. Cindy, thank you. I just was watching hers actually. So I'm going to give this a shot and we'll see what happens. Anyway, so just a few minutes ago before I came in here, I saved the life of a chipmunk. It's not an unusual occurrence here, being that we have so many cats. Sometimes I don't get out there in time, but this little guy was fine and ran off perfectly okay. Maybe a little sore, but at least all his limbs were there. Okay, so this is my craft supply room that you can see. I'm trying really hard to get motivated in here and get it to where I have this cleared off, and display all my beautiful stuff. And I just have a few things just hanging on the wall. I want to do like maybe shelves or something here so that when I record in here, that would be your backdrop. These little compartments, I did do some work, so I have been. I mean, I don't even know what this one's empty. Yay. Okay, and that's for my hemp jewelry and whatnot. The beads and stuff. I got some beads in here, but oh, that's people's addresses. Let's put that in that drawer. Anyway, so let's see what else is in these drawers. That's all knitting and crochet stuff. I don't remember what I put where. That's stuff for my needle felting, and also this very sharp object is for when I'm making bats with the wool to spin. I don't have a spinner yet. I do have one. It's just in Connecticut. This is just, I don't know where it belongs. Crazy stuff. So if I can't find something, it's probably in here. And what do we got in here? And this is some of the thin yarns that I got from Melanie, and embroidery. So that's embroidery stuff. I think this one here is more sewing stuff. And then this was some beads. I have to keep putting more in there. And then there's just piles of crapola on the floor that need to find homes. All right, so let's go through this while we're doing it. On the bottom there, I did find more. I thought I had less. There's actually that's all the cupcakes, and the purple, this multicolored one here, I thought I used them all, and I was pleasantly surprised in my cleaning that I found them. But yeah, there's some there, different colors, and then these are really, if I can get over there with this pile of crap on the floor. This yarn, I kept buying it. It's thick, but it's squishy. So it's not like the thickness looks thick, but it's squishy. So this will be easier to crochet with than I thought. And I love these crazy colors. Initially I intended to do like a blanket with that, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But yeah, this box goes back. And then these are real pretty. These are the pixie dust, Premier's pixie dust. And they're nice and soft. And I might be doing a granny stitch something, perhaps a cardigan. I'll probably have a couple cardigans out of that. But those are real pretty. And this is the Sundance Sassy Spray. All right, that's good. Then we get the full box of polyfill. I call it fluff. That's fur to make pom-poms and such. All right, these are, it's still a mess. These are my skin tones. I do a lot of, you probably already know, I do a lot of hats and stuff with the pride flags and equality. So I do make hats that incorporate all the different skin tone colors for equality. That little box up there is Schitt's Creek yarn. the box for my Addie. I gotta watch because I'm gonna trip. If I fall, just laugh, okay? And then call the ambulance. These yarns here, I had bought this stuff here, and I was making baskets for plants. And I think there's 6 or 8 of each of that color, this color, and this is black and white. This has got like the guys on the side of the road. My husband wears these colors for work because he's a carpenter, for a union carpenter. I don't know if I want to keep these or not. So that's kind of like what this video is, a record for me to decide what to keep and what not to keep. I have to get rid of some of this stuff. So then these are really cool, but again, wow, look at my wrinkles in my hand. I don't know what you do with that yarn. Oh, excuse my hand. But I got a bunch of those, and if somebody knows what to do with them, tell me, because I've got like a taupe color and then a gray color. And if there's something we could do with it, I have a lot of those, and I don't really want them, so let me know if there's something we could do with those. Okay. That's all I have left of my multicolored. And then I got a couple of the anniversary cakes. Those two are the same, and that's what's left over from my sweater with the purple. But I can make some purses out of those. Then we have whites. And then this is just odd, thicker stuff. This is actually, these thick ones, I've been wrapping. I'll show them to you in a little bit. I've been wrapping those with on planters to make fancy planters. And then my closet, oh my gosh, look at this. That's all wool, and that stuff you put when you're doing a quilt. There's a roll of that, and then some fabric, and then boxes of, I don't know, Rusty helped me clean the last time, so there's all kinds of, there's actually a whole box of drag makeup and some drag costumes that are in there, and there's one box of like Christmas stuff that I never take out because I don't decorate for Christmas, and other things in there that I have to like really go through, like sentimental crap that it's got to go. That cat my friend crocheted for me. Isn't that adorable? So we got a little more white, yellow. So I kind of got like, I'm going to go fast in this area. This is kind of like the rainbow. Running low on orange because I made all those pumpkin hats and stuff. Reds, then greens. And then we go down. I hope you're enjoying this and not getting dizzy. Then we got the blues. And then I just shoved these here because I didn't know where else to put them. I think I just bought these. And these guys are nice. I've had these for a while. Let's see. Corin, whatever. I think this is milk cotton. It's a 3. I got 2 packages of them. Those I don't necessarily really want. And then we have purples. And then our pinks. I know it's not really the proper rainbow thing, but I started it and then it was already started before I figured out that I was going to do the actual rainbow. All right, then blacks and grays. Then that's furry and thick yarns. This is other, like, I did have my sock yarn all there, but now my sock yarn is here. So we got a lot of sock yarn. And then I got more of that, this is like the shiny stuff. Yeah, I don't have these in the companies. I have them in the types of yarn. That's how I try to section them. So I've got more of the red and the green and even blue. So those are for Christmas. Again, I don't do Christmas stuff, so I'll probably just put those in a giveaway or two, whatever. And then this is the really, most of this here is the very thick, bulky yarns, not a lot of it. Then on the bottom, that's ropes for macrame. And then I just opened these, the thick velour-y, Velux or whatever it is. Those 2 are the ribbon, the tape yarn, or actually those 3, because there's one that's fallen back. So those are the tape yarn. I was making the bucket hats from crystal with those. And again, I made a few bucket hats, so I don't know what else I would use that for. Maybe a pocketbook, but those might go. And then I had a whole bunch of those. They're real pretty. They're like a 3-weight, and there's 4 left. And I made something. I think I made a blanket for my son. But this is when I first started crocheting, so I didn't know how much I needed. So I bought like a whole bunch of them. And I think I made a blanket out of that. But even those I don't care about either. Behind here is paperwork. And then this is to cut. I used to make books, coloring books that were very not nice sayings that I would incorporate them in a abstract design, so you didn't really notice the words unless you wanted to color them in and have, color the letters so then you'd see it. But yeah, they used to sell them at the shop. And then we've got an empty box. Hallelujah. And that's just, these are something else I do. It's literally crocheted hemp. And as you can see, they've been squished so much. This is just those thin little planters. But the poor things have been just thrown around so much that they're all squished. But yeah, crocheting hemp is tough because it's rough and it hurts on your hands. All right, so that's that wall. Now, let's bring you to the window of whips. So it's kind of the whip window. The ugliest sweater ever in the corner there hanging on the door, which is not the ugliest sweater, so I've got to make another one that's uglier. But that's a bunch of whips. And then we've got boxes. Dear Lord, I wish somebody would come over and help because I don't know. I can't throw this stuff out and I don't know what to do with it. And look there's a bucket in here. Why do I have a bucket? Well, I have the bucket because I also wet felt and needle felt. All right, a few finished objects. This has got like jewelry that Rusty and I make. And then we go to the others. Oh, here's the buckets. The planters. And literally I hot glue. These are just little kid things I made a while back. They're little booties. People hang them on the rear view mirror and hide stuff in them. But let me get those out. But those are just planters that I've wrapped yarns around that just makes them kind of fancy. This little box here is some wool that I had dyed. And this will be turned into dreadlocks. So I got to bring this down and separate it. And I might film that just to show you how to do it. And this is just a piece of straw that we're going to drop on the floor. Okay, so there's my bags. I have a lot of bags. I love tote bags, as you might know. Then we've got a bunch of this stuff here. There's Mandela, and I love this. This stuff is gorgeous. Shawl and a cake. Okay, I didn't know that. So it's shawl and the cake, but I have blue, I've got purple, and then I've got this. Tell me that's not gorgeous. I have, 3, 6, I have 9 cakes of that. So that's how I used to buy, because I don't know how much I need, so I'd buy like way, way, way too much. But I have 9 cakes of this. This is gorgeous. I don't know if it's still available, but let's see if I can find the name. Each cake has 481 yards. So I could like crochet a rug for the living room with all that yardage because there's literally 9 cakes. So that's something I would be happy to share. And we've got Mandela and big twist cakes in that section. Then here's more of my, let me stand up, sweater kind of stuff. I got those. I love this. I love this color. This is perfect for fall, but I've got those. I think there's 5 balls of each of these guys. 4 or 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, so there's 5. And then I had gotten these 2 in a mystery box, which that'll be a nice hat, or maybe I could get a hat and scarf. And then there's 5 of each of those. And then that twirly stuff, which is pretty. Then we've got these. I just bought these. Came in a mystery box from Line Brand. It's the Comfy Cotton. It's a brown color. Again, that's something I don't really care about. Then from Jeannie, Butterfly Crochet, she had given Amanda and we had got them. I just haven't made a sweater or something out of them. And then she also gave two of these. One I did make a beautiful shawl out of, and this one here is something else I had gotten from somebody, but it's a thinner. That's like a 5 weight, and this is like maybe a 3 or a 4. And then that's that. And then we have, this is, I guess, most puzzle yarn. And then Scarfy. So that's mostly for sweater. Oh yeah. Cocopelli. That's actually Cocopelli. I used to make that. I did a lot of Native American stuff. Then that stuff on top is pretty much finished stuff. Then we've got just balls of odd yarn when I do scraps. This is all cotton in that tote. These 3 boxes are bare. Those are bare yarn. So it's 2 boxes because the other one is somewhere else. But that's bare yarn that I have to dye. That's a box of granny squares that I need to make a sweater out of. This is that Hobie yarn. I've got more that need to be put in there. Then other art yarn. And then the top one is just like baby yarn. I don't want that, but I don't do anything baby stuff. And that is a spinner for when I'm drying the yarn that I'm dyeing. It helps. And this is my wet felting, some of my wet felting supplies and yarn dyeing supplies. Alrighty. Now let's go back over to this side. And this is that beautiful merino mist that I bought. And then I also have these 3 colors that looks like it's the same, but it's not. This is furry. This is just shiny. But I have these 3 colors, and let's see if it's a little bit of something. I don't know. A little bit of wool, I don't know. But aren't those gorgeous with all the specks? Colors in there. So I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. Then some amigurumi, some other yarns. These again are gorgeous. Let me move that funny pumpkin. These are beautiful. I have, I think, 6 cakes of that. I've got 8 cakes of this Soho. And I think, 1, 2, 3, I think 6 cakes of this. And I think I sent some of these to Bella. Then we have my dwindled down rainbow section, because I do a lot with the rainbow stuff. Just this crazy yarn I was making pocketbooks out of. Then here's hometown type stuff. And then there's stuff hiding on the top. And then we have some Munda. Oh, I didn't do the top shelf here. I'm sorry. This is double thick. So there's a whole another pile of them behind this. This is all that faux fur thin. It's thin yarn with fuzzies on it. So I bought way too much. Then these are my little donuts. I love this. This I got from Nicole at, let's see, fibromyalgia_yarn_resin. Hi, Nicole, if you're watching. Anyway, I just love this. And then I had just gotten the Just Hemp from Lion's Brand mystery bag. And perfect. So I think I'm going to make myself I think there's 6 or 8 of these balls. I think I want to make a boho bag out of that, and I will totally use it. I'll make it like with sections in it. And then this is just really super pretty. There's 3 of these of the ice. I was gifted these a long time ago. And then this. And how gorgeous do those go? I don't know if you have an idea, I don't know what to make out of that. And then there's just ice and that K and something yarn. And then we've got heat resistant, or that heat yarn. And then some scrubby. I do not like using these. I don't mind using these. And I actually made the hair bands that the kids are wearing. I made a bunch of hair bands out of that, and it came out really cute. And then we have mandala. All right, there's my tweed stripes. And I'm going to guard those with my life because I'm so upset that they're not going to be having those anymore. I feel like I think I missed that whole bottom shelf over there. And then we've got some other mandalas and Karen cakes. Oh, yeah, here. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can put him to sit. Recognize him? That's Bernie. I needle felted that back when Bernie was sitting, this whole thing that went viral. And I actually needle felted. That's all done needle felted, not wet felted. And I did Bernie. Yeah, I even did the wire glasses. I actually was offered quite a bit of money for him. And I was like, I want to keep Bernie. And then here's just rubber ducky. These are all just needle felted silly things that they were sitting in a box getting ruined. So I threw them up here for now to find them a home. But yeah, there's more mandalas. These are not the tweed stripes, but they're just as pretty. Then what I don't even know. Oh, here's more felted stuff. This is all, I mean, really, dudes, look. I felt eyeball earrings. These are all needle felted. Oh, yeah. And does anybody want any dryer balls? This is literally 100% wool, merino wool, and all kinds of stuff that I wet felted and needle felted, and I literally have at least 50 of them. I don't know. The dogs like to play with them, but some dogs it's sensitive because it's wool. But this is literally felted stuff. These are wet felt. Oh, excuse me. Here's more boxes of wet felted and needle felted. I needle felt. All right, these are needle felted. I do succulents, and then I'll show you later the plants that I do. And then these are just wet felted flowers that I'll needle felt. Let me see if I can find one with an eyeball in it. They might all be somewhere else, but I sometimes put eyeballs in the center of that, and then you could put a pin, and then you can use it as an accessory on a hat or whatever, or you can just lay it with your flowers. I have people that have done that. And then, needle felted mushrooms of various sizes and other like succulent type things. So that's mostly my needle felting stuff. And finally found that because I've got to do 20 little voodoo dolls, and I couldn't find all my needles in my pad. These are wet felted. This is just yarns that I've dyed. Oh, there we go. And made felted panels. And a couple more here. Yeah, this is just wool that I wet felt and make panels. And now this can be cut, could be sewn. This one's really pretty, I thought. Actually, I think it looks better this way because it reminds me of like a sunset in the ocean, kind of. Actually, it looks like a Van Gogh painting. And then I guess I was attempting a circular, and then you can stretch it out and make like a vase. I've done that. So yeah, so that's wet felt. So wet felt and needle felt stuff. Behind here is, I don't even know, like little mini skeins. Oh, this is a box of eyelash yarn. This is some more, sorry about that very loud noise. Some more thin yarns I got from a mystery box. I think it's cotton or wool. This is stuff primarily for, well, not those, but those boxes. There's some cottons and stuff like that that I put aside for giveaways. And then we have this box here. I got a lot of yarn, folks. This is really almost a half an hour here. I apologize for this. This is getting a little blown out. This is a little bit lighter. It's not as bright as that. And then some more. I love this yarn too. Isn't that pretty? Moroccan Nights. So I've got the purple and then the green. Because you know me, purple and green. But I've got more of them. And here's a hat that I want to try to recreate. And then some more yarns. All right, so, boy, up and down. I'm going to be sore tomorrow. I wonder why I'm so sore. And then the end. This is why I needed the Hank winder. I was calling it a wall binder, but the ball winder, because these are all Hanks. Not this. These are all Hanks of yarn that I've either purchased, have been given as gifts. Most of this I purchased. And then these I've actually dyed myself. These are all ones I've given most of them away, but the orange, I know where that's going. I just haven't gotten it into the mail yet. This pink here I dyed. These Maltese cottons I've dyed, and I have room for more. Look at empty boxes. Of course, it's on the ceiling, but anyway, it's there. And then those are there because it doesn't look like it from here because of the light and the shade, but those actually go well together color-wise. So I just put them together. I've done that in some of the whip bags. It's not really even stuff. It's just yarns that would go nice together that need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. And then this box is all my Pride ribbons. So yeah. And then I've got my ball winder and my Swift, just waiting for the table. And here's kind of what I was telling you before. Oh, here's brains. Yeah. Amanda told me Rusty told me to make a brain hat, and here are the brains waiting to be put on a hat. But this is kind of what I do. I paint, just silly little flowers, and then I put wool in here, and then needle felt cactuses and whatnot. And they're nice because you don't have to water them because they won't die. And then there's just some more wool, Oh, and I miss this here, and then we're done. Yeah, a few more Hanks. These I just bought, and these I got in a mystery bag, and I kind of like those two together. So that I see becoming something. And then those I just bought. Well, these I just bought. This I had. I think I got that from Carrie, the Yarny Elephant. Oh, yeah, here. Some more little needle felted guys sitting here waiting for some place to go. Yeah, I like that little guy. Oh, and this, okay, here, this I wet felted. Both of these. There was more, but the other ones are gone. I wet felted, I dyed the yarn or the wool, wet felted it, and they're circular. And what they are, if you eliminate the straw, I don't even know where the straw came from. I guess a goat was in here. Yeah, those are cowls. Aren't those cool? So they're wet felted cowls. You just pull them over your head and scrunch them down. And I had a nice purple one that I had gifted to somebody. But yeah, that's something else that I only have these two left, but if anybody's interested, I could always make more. So yeah, that's I'll give you a view here of the messy room. Still stuff needs to find a home. I'd like to get this organized before winter so that I could spend time in here in the winter. And I hope, I'm doing the video, and I'm hoping that if I'm doing this as a premiere, I don't know if I'll do a premiere, or maybe I'll just upload this for some watch hours. I don't know. And just to show you my messy life. Look at this crap. There's shit everywhere, man. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you. I got that's polymer clay. Those are boxes of polymer clay that I have here, and then I even bought some more, and Rusty has them at her house. Then these are just some of the baskets that I've been crocheting, and this is why I came in here. I have lots of this extraordinarily thick, gorgeous leather that was $1,800 a hide. I didn't pay that. I just had gotten the scraps from it, and it is really thick. And this is why I actually came in here. I got to dust it off because it's dusty from sitting. But I figured out that I can cut this and put holes in it around the edges and crochet it and use this for the bottom of pocketbooks, right? Because that's super thick. I mean, let's get it away from all the. If I could find a spot that doesn't have junk, would be nice. That's at least an eighth of an inch. I don't know anything about measurements and numbers, but It's way thick and it's very durable. So, yes, please help me clean my room. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you come help me clean my room, I'll let you take home a bunch of yarn. How's that? Is that a deal? Because I don't even know. I walk in here, I walk in with like this energy of, yes, I'm going to get something done. And then I just turn around and walk out in disgust. Oh, yeah, I didn't show you my couple of my hat. I do wigs. If you didn't know, that's a I was going to say gully, but that goes with a gully suit. But this is one of the I start with, I crochet out of the thin cotton a skull cap, and then I weave cut up pieces of yarn, and then this is the owl hat, not the red, but the owl hat I made from with Bailey the cat on the prowl. Yeah, that's my one of my, I made two the of the owls. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed your tour of look at how messy, but wouldn't this be a nice view if I had that clean and I can like be sitting here? I could put a table and sit here and talk to y'all and then make the wall nice and put up some cool stuff. That'd be nice. That's what I originally intended when I started creating this room, because this was a bedroom, and we've got one, two, three bedrooms in the house, and we don't sleep in any of them. We sleep in what should supposed to be the great room or the upstairs living room, but we sleep up there because no one ever comes here, and it's just me and the man that lives here and the animals. So we just hang out in there and sleep. And so I have the other three bedrooms. I have one as a guest room that has a bath. I think you might have seen that. I did put a video of that. And then I also have another bedroom, which is my Zen den, which I think you might have seen a video, which I'll give another tour in the Zen den at some point. But yeah, I'm 31 minutes, almost 32 minutes in. So this is a very long video, but I figured out that I got to throw some long ones up there, and hopefully you guys will watch them. So that'll give me actual hours. I guess that's how it works on the YouTube streets there with YouTube. So, yeah, because I try to do really short ones, so you can spend the rest of your day doing things and maybe watch the whole things and go to another video. So, yeah. But yeah, I figured I got to do that. I got to get more watch hours because we're battling. I'm not that it makes a difference. I really don't care if we're monetized, but I'll end on my needle felting. You know what? Now that I found these and put them up here, I might do some needle felting. And yes, you stab yourself a lot, but it stops hurting after a while. I like him. I like his little nose. He came out cute. These are all my own designs. I don't even know what I'm doing. They just start and they turn into these things. Like this little guy is cute as heck. Look at his little butt and his little tail, right? His little hair sticking up. Was, I guess, supposed to be a dog. I don't know what, she just turned into that. Oh, she's got crap in her hair. More straw. I don't know where the straw came from. And this is a very creepy looking thing. I put eyelids on there. I don't like her. Or it. I don't know if it's a her or he or if it even knows. Yeah, that's my needle felting. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't painted in a while either. But all right, so there's lots of yarn here as I continue to babble on. I have a lot of yarn. I need to either figure out what to do with it and do it, or pass it along via Happy Mail or giveaways or yarn swaps or whatever. Oh, I just wanted to see if this is something else. I do a lot of stuff, but these are those hanging, what do you call them? Dream catchers. That one's not finished, but I cut variety of material and hang them, and then I do a dream catcher out of the big hoops. That's something else I like to do. So, yeah. Hey, guys. You probably forgot everything on this side after all this time. Hey, love you guys. Be well, and I'll pick some stuff out of here and do a giveaway. So if there's anything you saw here that you think that I sounded uninterested about, that you think would be great for a giveaway, that you would like, hey, write it in the comment, and then maybe I'll gather it up and we'll do a giveaway. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. You guys have been super awesome, and so supportive and so beautiful. And thank you. I was in a miserable mood when I started this, and I'm in a wonderful, warm, fuzzy place right now. And that's because of you guys, because I'm thinking of you guys. Thanks again. Bye.